They say there is no fate but what we make. We're going to discuss it today. This is Jerome Shaw, host of the Open Palm Podcast, motivator, meditator, coming at you live with a message on decision making. Now, let me paint for you a scenario. When I was in Los Angeles, California, I found myself sitting in a library parking lot. Now, there were some things that I enjoyed doing whenever I wasn't with the monks, or whenever I wasn't with family, or whenever I wasn't just out on my own, just in my car. Sometimes I would take myself to these parks, or take myself to these mountains, or take myself to these waterfalls and these wonderful places in nature where I would hear the birds chirping like this, right? But it'd be wonderful. It would just be so expansive, so abundant, so prosperous, and just the feeling of being infinite whenever I was out in nature among the leaves and the trees, the birds and the bees. And I sat in that library parking lot one day and something told me, you know, Jerome, you've been doing this odd job, that odd job, trying to make money doing this and doing that. But what if there was a way that I could just do whatever I wanted in the moment? What if there was a way that I could just go hiking whenever I wanted? That I could just go to these places and hear these birds and be among these trees, be among the greenery of new scenery all the time? What if there was a way to do that? How could I do that? How could I just live that way? And I swear it was like an epiphany, like a light bulb moment flashed right before my eyes. And I don't know whose voice it was. Maybe it was my voice, or maybe it was an outside voice talking to me, but something said, then just do it. What is stopping you? What's preventing you from pushing past fear and doing all these things that you can do here? Why not just live that life today? And I had to scratch my head because I was like, wait, what am I waiting on? Am I waiting on circumstances to change? Am I waiting on things to be different before I do the things that I know I can do right now? And it was as if a voice was reaching out to me, telling me that the freedom that I sought was closer than I knew. They say the cave that you fear to enter holds the treasure to your freedom in life. And we have a message from Renata Vitova. Shout out to Renata, our friend from Milan, Italy. She says, don't wait for the freedom, be the freedom. Have you ever found yourself waiting for things to change before you changed? Before you even made the decision, before you even made the choice? A commitment, a resolve. Were you waiting for things to be different? Waiting for there to be a perfect moment in life before you took the leap so that the net would appear? They say, don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. And that's what this voice was telling me. Right there, as I was letting the sob story get to me of, woe is me, I'm in this job and that job, and I just can't make a difference in my life. I want to be able to live freely, have more time freedom. And there was a voice telling me, you already have it. For time is what we make. It's what we create. You haven't decided that it is yours already. So what is the decision that you could make to change everything in life? Never let your fear decide your future. Understanding that it is always within our power, that we may not feel resourceful, but we are more resourceful than we know. We have more resources than we think. But often it is just a small change that we are looking for. We think we need this giant leap to get someplace new in life, but it's kind of like golf. You know, if you're standing beside a golf ball and you hold your golf club one way and you hit the golf ball one way, it's going to go one way. But if you just adjust your body, if you just turn your body just a millimeter's difference, right? Just a millimeter to the left, and you hit that ball, it goes in a completely different direction. Small change. So I had to come to grips with myself and understand, Jerome, you already have the opportunity here. You already have the resources here. You already have the faculties here. You have not decided. Do you need the blueprint for the new home before you get the new home? Do you need the foundation for the home before you build the new home? What is the first thing you need? A decision. I remember hearing a story with Bob Proctor telling this couple who wanted to get this house, their dream home. They went out and they looked at it all the time and they were just looking at it. But then they said to themselves, oh, I don't have enough money for that. I can't afford that. He said, forget the money. Make a decision. You have not decided. So they took him up on it, right? This wild idea, this wild theory. They went out, they got these brochures, they got different things. They sent out invitations for housewarming and all sorts of stuff, right? To different people, expecting that the house was already theirs. And what do you know? They got it for a deal, for a bargain, because they decided. There is power in decision making. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. I remember being in Austin, Texas, doing anything and everything just to keep our town home, just to keep our living space. Over 3 years with a bachelor's degree in theater, in performing arts, for acting, doing nothing with this piece of paper, but thinking that someday in the future, right? Someday I was on someday I'll make it. Someday I'll go there. Someday I'll do this. Someday I'll achieve that. Always on someday I'll. Going to work, sapping my energy, coming back home, playing video games, watching TV. Until one day, the pain became so great, right? The day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And when the opportunity presented itself, that was already there, mind you, I was not aware. But when I was able to see that the opportunity was already there in front of me, I took the leap of faith. I drove out to California and everything changed. The moment I made a decision that things would be different, I met the people I needed to meet, the situations that needed to occur, the events that needed to take place to get me here, to have a message for you. If I had stayed where I stayed, I would have still been there. Or worse, I would have still been on that couch, wondering when my life would change, waiting on outside circumstances, when I always had the power to make the decision. So understand, my friend, that once you make a decision, the universe conspires to assist you. Things don't fall in line until you fall in line. Things don't come into order until you come into order. Things don't come into being until your being has been established. Will you make a decision today to either never go back or to move forward? Because there really is no staying still. It's like a heartbeat, right? If anything is a straight line, there's no life in it. Bring life, speak life into your life today. By making the decision, you will change for the better. And understand that sometimes even the smallest decisions can change your life forever. Thank you for being here. Thank you for breathing in the space today. Out here with the birds, the bees, and the cicadas. We got a whole chorus out here today. I love it. And make the decision. Whatever it is, Make it. Yes, Nada says decisions, right? Choices. There's a commitment saying, I will do this, come what may. Commit, decide, meaning to cut off. But then there's also a resolve. It is already done. It is already mine. The life you want today is not for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose. Just like you chose to watch this, you can choose to decide at any point in time to bring a change into your life. Not waiting for that perfect moment, but taking the moment you have right now in front of you and making it perfect. Thank you so much for being and listening today. This has been Jerome Shaw here, and definitely hit the bell notification next to my name to be notified whenever we do these live sessions. Check out the Open Palm podcast, the one in the bio for you, your listening pleasure, your daily inspiration. My friend, be well, be blessed, and understand. Experience is one of the harshest teachers in life. It's the only one that gives us the lesson after it has given us the test. What is the test for you? The test of courage. The test to push past your fear and land in your freedom. Your freedom is yours to choose if you wish. Much love. Take care, and we'll catch you again very soon.